family of TV doctor Michael Mosley is this morning anxiously awaiting answers after his body was discovered inside a cave. Dr Mosley disappeared 4 days ago while holidaying on the Greek island of Symi. He'd left his wife on Ios Nikolaos Beach and set off towards the fishing village of Pedi without his phone.
Authorities found the remains of the 67-year-old near a network of dangerous caves known as the Abyss. The tragic discovery follows an island-wide search involving helicopters, divers, dogs and drones. Senior Daily Mail reporter Nick Pisa was there when the body was found and joins us live. Good morning to you, Nick. This is such a tragedy. Do we know any more about what happened to Michael?
Yes, it is obviously the first thing our thoughts and go out to the family of Dr. Michael Mosley. What we know is that at around 10 o'clock this morning, the mayor of Symi was on this stretch of beach out at Agia Marina, and he had just given some live TV interviews to the international media and to the local Greek media when he got back onto this small boat that was taking him back to Pedi. It's about a 10-minute boat journey from Agia Marina, when his attention was drawn to something that was tucked away back on the shore towards a fence, so the perimeter fence around this beach club at Agia Marina. He asked one of the Greek TV cameramen to zoom in on it, and that's when it suddenly dawned on them, quite tragically, that they were looking upon the body of Dr. Michael Mosley. They then alerted the beach club, and a waiter was sent to the scene, and I was there when the waiter went there, and you could see from the look on his face that it was indeed tragically, very sadly, the body of Dr. Mosley because of the look of horror on his face.
Well, it is tragic, obviously, for all his family and friends and fans around the world. Nick, being there and seeing this up close, what does it appear to have happened?
Well, it looks very sadly, as we all and the investigators themselves thought all along, it appears to have been sadly a classic case of some sort of medical episode. I mean, they were able to track him from the beach where he left the beach with his where he was with his wife and friends around about 1:30 on Wednesday afternoon. Said to them that he was going to walk back to Symi. It should have taken him about an hour. If he'd followed the correct route, it would have taken about an hour or just over an hour and a quarter. But somehow along the way, he appears to have got lost, misjudged the path, or possibly, we're hearing this evening from the coroner initial investigation, he had some sort of medical episode, perhaps some sort of heart attack, or he was perhaps affected by the heat, because the temperature that Wednesday afternoon was approaching, I do beg your pardon, was approaching 40 degrees centigrade. So we think, as I say, from the initial reports from the coroner, that it was some sort of heat-related episode, medical episode. There's no suggestion of foul play at all. They've already ruled that out completely.
Nick, we've had Michael on this program before, but most recently we had Claire on, who's also a writer as well. She must be, and the family must be devastated.
Yes, I mean, this sort of time yesterday, we'd had a statement from them saying that they were hoping that there would be a welcome end to this story, or a bit more positive ending to this story. But sadly today, the news was that we were all fearing did come through, and they released a statement obviously expressing their gratitude to the Greek authorities who'd helped carry out the searches over the last 4 or 5 days for him, but also expressing their thanks to the media and to the general public for all the messages of support that they've been receiving. And they're obviously absolutely devastated and heartbroken by this sad news.
Yeah, look, Nick, thank you very much for telling us what you know right there on the scene. It is just a tragedy all round. Thank you very much for that. Just so awful. The world knows him, the inventor of that 5-2 diet, which lots of people follow, and we've had him on the show, many times.